Hi, I'm Chef Steven Saunders and I'm here today to show you another one of my recipes, but this is a really simple one, but it's absolutely essential for getting fit inside and outside. Actually, food helps the inner and outer. Food is our medicine, and this recipe encapsulates all of that with all the fantastic nutrients in it. You might have noticed something's missing, and that's my hat. I've been told that I've had a haircut in lockdown now that we can get out to the hairdressers, and it's removed my hat, and I'm a bit sort of unnerved about it because I feel different not wearing my hat. And I have also got a guest with me, Charlie Ward, from the Charlie Ward Show, which most of you, or some of you may have watched every morning. You are on your own system, but throughout social media, to explain and update people what the hell is going on with the virus. And I just wanted to say, you know, you've become a friend because I've been on the show and I've done an interview with you. And it's not so much a conspiracy thing, is it, Charlie? There is a virus, isn't there?
There's definitely a virus, but there is a virus every single day. Our body has trillions of viruses inside us. And we're being told by the government, by all the official people around us, that there's a virus out there and it's incredibly dangerous and we need the vaccine. But the minute you start working out that that's just the smoke screen, and the real issue, which is on what I've been describing, but I won't go into that now, is I said it was the global financial reset. But through this whole story of the virus and vaccines, now's a time that we can learn something about looking after ourselves, so that we don't need a vaccine. We can build up our own immune system by healthy eating.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's why you and I have had some great conversations.
That's why we become good buddies.
Exactly.
Because we can see that the collaboration is good.
We can look after ourselves.
Yeah. But you know, the smoke screen, you say there's a smoke screen and there's something else going on behind the scenes that is kind of an agenda, isn't there?
There's a hidden agenda there for the collapse of the world's economy, because it's been run by bad people for a very long time. And they told me about this many, many years ago, and then at Christmas they said to me that we're about to start.
Bloody hell.
And I never believed they could collapse the world's economy.
And that's what really the virus is intended to do?
That's what it's been used as, because most people in the world believe everything they see on the media.
Yeah, of course.
So they all believe.
But is the virus a virus, or is it something that's been man-made? I mean,
I don't know if it's man-made or if it's a natural virus, and I don't think they know. And this is why having a vaccine is even more dangerous, because they don't actually know whether it came from MERS or from SARS. Yeah. As yet, they haven't broken it down properly, so they haven't got the clinical proof yet. Right. They're saying it's this, but aside from that, if you and I know that if we look after ourselves and build up our own immune system, then we don't need any vaccine. We don't need a vaccine. Yeah.
And this is what this dish is all about here today. I mean, this is just a dish packed full of all the essential vitamins and minerals that you need to strengthen our immune systems, but not just our immune systems, but just to help with our skin and our heart problems, or our hair, everything. That's superfoods is basically what this is. So let's put it together, and it's really simple, Charlie. If you can do one here, and I can do one here. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of salmon, and this is like ABC cooking, because it's like we're going to shove it on the barbie. So we're going to put a piece of salmon in the foil.
Right.
And onto the salmon, we're going to chuck a bit of herb. So you can put a little bit of that on there if you like.
Which herb is this?
This is dill, sorry. Dill. And when we say salmon, whenever you pick up anything that's food, start to think a bit about what it really is. And salmon is an oily fish, and it's packed with omega-3 and vitamin B12. And vitamin B12 you don't get in many other foods. And omega-3 is essential for heart disease, and it's great as if you like, to fend off cancers and fend off diseases and viruses. So you've got something that's kind of like a medicine in its own right with the omega-3 in the fish. And also, the other thing to say though is to buy good quality salmon, like not just the cheap farm stuff you get from the supermarket. If you can buy great salmon, the better. And this is Norwegian salmon. I mean, it's not the most expensive, but it's good salmon. If you buy good salmon, you've got more nutrients and more minerals in it. So a little bit of spring onion on top of that. And again, the spring onion, Charlie, is like,
beautiful.
You know, another, well, apart from flavour, it's another food that's got essential vitamins in it. Garlic. Well, I mean, garlic we've been told is a medicine for gosh knows.
Good for your heart.
Yeah, great for your heart and great for your blood and great for fending off cancer and things like that. So we're using a lot of garlic in this.
I love garlic.
A clove of garlic in there. This recipe is in the Euro Weekly News, by the way, so it's in the paper. It'll be online. Well, as we speak, as you watch this video, you'll see the recipes online. A bit of coriander, or as they call it, cilantro, is just going to get shoved on the top there. Again, all the fresh herbs have such, such medicinal values to them. If you dig into coriander and look at the medicinal values of it, you think, well, why aren't I using it more? And one of the biggest things is mushrooms and tomatoes. And, tomatoes, is like a pen, is an unusual mineral that's in tomatoes, and it really does help your immune system and help fend off disease and virus and cancers and things like that. And it's a real big superfood. I'm going to put the tomatoes underneath the salmon, and I'm going to put a little bit of courgette. Well, it doesn't have to be courgette, it can be any green veg. Just one bit is probably okay because they're quite big chunks underneath that as well. So this isn't really cooking, is it? It's just constructing. And all I'm doing is constructing it. Yeah. And then I'm going to put some mushrooms on the top. Doesn't matter, you can put them underneath.
It smells beautiful as well.
Well, all the herbs and everything.
Yeah.
But I just say about the mushrooms, Charlie, I mean, like, I'm going to chuck some mushrooms on here, but mushrooms are like my superfood. I call them my superfood. They're just absolutely packed with vitamins. Vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, all in mushrooms. And also selenium. And selenium is something that boosts your immune system and strengthens your immune system. So if you're looking for food out there that you're telling us on social media that you haven't got enough advice from the doctors, that's what people are saying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, doctors aren't nutritionists. They're not chefs.
Well, doctors want to sell you drugs.
Yes.
They don't want to sell you. They're not grocers, are they? They're not greengrocers.
No. They want to sell you something. They want to diagnose the problem and then prescribe something. But they're not going to prescribe that you go home and eat Norwegian salmon with, are they?
They're not.
So
it doesn't make them any money, does it?
Exactly. And this is actually, you don't need to have anything prescribed if you eat this kind of food.
Yeah.
And it's really dead easy to put together. A bit of red chilli in there, and that's got lots of properties in as well. So you've got all the flavour of the red chilli, plus some fantastic vitamins and nutrients in that. And lemon,
lemon.
Lemon zest, this is the lemon rind, just shredded. I just shredded it up. Tell them the story about your lemon with the water. You said about pouring some lemon juice into water.
Nowadays in the mornings I'm getting fresh lemon juice with just with water, because it's so good for your body at the start of the day. I just squeeze 2 lemons, and my wife very kindly puts them into the fridge or freezer so they're nice and cold. And having that just with water, you can feel, forget what people tell you, you can feel yourself that it's cleaning your inside. Yeah, and it does you so much good.
I mean, lemon's a fantastic antioxidant as well, and packed full of, we talk about vitamins, vitamin C, I mean, it's like one of the best sources of vitamin C, lemons.
Definitely.
So we're using the lemon zest, but also using the lemon juice. So I've got a whole lemon, half of it going on this one and half of it going on the other one. Oops, sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, so you've got all these lovely flavours in there, you can kind of see that. And then, on top of that, we're going to put some soy. Now this gives it a little oriental kind of kick. About a tablespoonful of soy on top of that. I haven't really explained why it's going on the tin foil. This original dish was called en papillote. And I've got French in my blood, so for me, it's quite easy to translate. It means in paper. Okay. And the first times we ever did this dish, which was 20 or more years ago, we had paper, greaseproof paper underneath the foil. Okay. So when you fold the foil up, you've got the paper on the outside. Right. And then you put it in the oven, into a hot oven, and the paper goes brown and crusty. And you know when the paper's brown and crusty, the fish is cooked inside. It's like a
simple, isn't it?
Real control of it. But because it's fantastic weather over here, and I love the barbie, I was going to cook it on the barbie. So if you put the paper on it, the paper will burn. So I'm just using the tin foil, but it's still the same procedure. It's still salmon en papillote, which is cooked in tin foil, not paper. A little bit of sesame oil. Now, again, another thing that is just fantastic for you is sesame, because it's completely natural. It's a natural fat, and it's an essential natural fat, so you want to use it. And the last thing is some wine. Now, you can Google the benefits of wine, and they'll say there are benefits, but only if you moderate the consumption of it.
Yeah.
Not like us, Charlie, really.
Well, as with everything, you know,
Bit of wine.
a little bit of something.
Yeah, a bit in moderation.
Exactly.
Bit in moderation. But you know, a glass of wine, I mean, especially red wine,
Yeah.
a glass of red wine a day is absolutely fantastic for you. It's when you take the glass to a bottle a day that it isn't.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I normally do push the edge on that a bit.
No, that's fine.
A bit of salt, just to finish off. You don't need too much because you've got the soy sauce. And then we're going to fold it up. So you just turn it around the other way, actually, it's better. And then just fold it. Try and keep all the juices into the parcel. We're just making like almost like a pasty kind of, with all everything in it. And then it's going to go on the barbecue in a metal tray. It's not quite the same as
No, yours is a
Chef
Cornish pasty.
Stevens.
Exactly.
But I mean, it may work. Okay, I'll tighten that up like that. It's not bad, Charlie. And then you basically put, this is great. I did a show once for a generation game and I was doing something with sugar, it's pulled sugar. And it's just like sugar on a spoon. And I was going, no, this is it, this is melt sugar and do it like this. And they went, yeah, that's really easy, that's really easy. And I gave it to the contestants, you should see.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
But I have the advantage of having my wife's mother at home who cooks for us. So I don't get the time in the kitchen like you do.
Okay. So that's it really basically, and at that point we then are going to put it in this tray but on the barbecue.
Perfect.
And give it about 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, something like that. So we're going to go out and put it on the barbie and then we're going to eat it with a nice glass of wine.
Beautiful.
Can't wait. Really simple, this isn't really cooking at all, is it? Salmon has been on the barbecue for 10 minutes. Now it doesn't have to be on a barbecue, Charlie. I mean, I'm doing it because this is barbecue weather and everything's kind of outside, but you could put it in the oven. But look, the barbecue also gives it a lovely smokiness and a bit of theatre. You've got the lovely flames going, and it's just baked in the foil on a tray amongst all the flames. And you could leave it for less if you want your salmon pink. You could cook it for 6 minutes, but this is 10 minutes, so it'll be cooked all the way through, but only just. It won't be overcooked. Now watch this. Come through here. And we're just going to open up. This is your parcel, the bigger one. And look at that.
Oh, wow.
And this is my little parcel. And look at that.
Beautiful.
With all the flavours and all those spices and all those nutrients, guys. All those nutrients, all that packed full of minerals and nutrients. They're absolutely essential to keep things like this
It smells beautiful.
virus away. But apart from anything else, try that. The flavours are just fantastic, and it's so easy because you just saw us put it together in the tin foil, chuck in whatever you like, a bit of wine, a bit of soy, you could put some ginger on it, you could do whatever you want with it. But the idea of it is put it on a barbecue and then
That's absolutely beautiful.
nice.
Absolutely beautiful.
It is soft and
The flavours
The
that come with
coriander.
that. Yeah.
and you'd serve it from the foil onto a plate and you pour all the sauces that are left
Yeah.
onto the plate. So rather than waste
Waste
that,
it, yeah.
you pour them all over the salmon, serve it with a salad, serve it with some baked potato, jacket potato, or some crushed new potatoes with garlic or something like that.
Absolutely.
And a green vegetable, and hey,
And the smell is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding.
it is a good dish and it's really simple to do, isn't it?
So
Everybody
simple.
can do this.
So simple.
Superfoods cooked by the super chef and his companion, who's an amazing guy, Charlie Ward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Thanks
Stephen.
for all your videos and all your work you're doing.
Thank
It's
you.
amazing stuff. Thanks everybody.
Thank
See you
you.
next time.